Welcome everybody to the After Hours art stream. For a moment there, I was going to almost forget what the name of the show was. I am your host, RC, and today we are going to be hopefully finishing up the drawing of Patrick Quinlan's character, the boss, from Phenomenon 3. Now, as we were doing yesterday and the day before that, I will pull up the campaign page for that campaign. I'll play the trailer, and then I will jump into the drawing. So here we go. And as some of you may be aware, Patrick Quinlan is one of the CG commandos. So make sure to go and check out that stream, I believe, on Saturday. And he has this campaign out, so let's check it out. Alrighty, there's the trailer for you. And I think I'm also going to just scroll down through here and just show off the art a little bit more. Mainly since I didn't really scroll down through it yesterday. So figure I'll just give you guys a little quick refresher before getting into my drawing. So we have the story of Phenomenon 1999 continues with issue number 3, Into the Valley of Death. Everything you've ever known is a lie, but the phenomenon is real. We pick up right where we left off last issue, with the Lantern Counter-Revolutionary Group now taking the fight to the Soviets with superhuman soldiers of their own. The mercenary Baron, having suffered a debilitating wound at the hands of Blue Rose, now follows the leader of the Lantern Group, the Boss, who has promised him a cure for his malady. And there you see some of the art. Meanwhile, the brilliant Soviet scientist Diamond continues to rehabilitate the mysterious superhuman known as Polymrak, while simultaneously fending off the suspicions and accusations of the Soviet government's Central Committee for his past failures in dealing with the rebels. And this guy over here is Diamond, and this almost corpse-like guy would be Palomrak, I'm assuming. Very creepy, dude. Very creepy. And even like the black and white art looks really good. And what of Minotaur and Black... why am I saying black? Blue Rose. Sent to investigate a top-secret report of the Tunguska incident, Minotaur and Blue Rose will have their realities shaken to the core by what they uncover. Go down here. There's Blue Rose and Minotaur right there. Love that drawing of her face, by the way. Written and created by Patrick Quinlan with art by Claudio Sepulveda and colors by Peter Gilmore. Peter Gilmore is fantastic. Phenomenon number 3 is set to ship late 2026, along with the second chance of River of Blood. And this is also one of the reasons why I wanted to scroll down a little bit today, because this is a cover by Ethan Van Sciver, one of the top names in Comicsgate, fantastic comic artist, and definitely a very huge personality in the comic space. River of Blood is back, now featuring the spectacular cover by the legendary Ethan Van Sciver. Yes, and that is absolutely fantastic. River of Blood returns for the Second Chance campaign. Written and created by Patrick Quinlan with art by the amazing Peter Gilmore. River of Blood is the story of a young Algonquin man as he seeks revenge against the Wetiko, a cannibalistic horror that consumed his whole tribe. Very creepy. Peter Gilmore's art is like so good. So good. This Second Chance campaign is set to ship alongside Phenomenon number 3, in addition to the original campaign's books. Peter and I are hard at work to get this comic in your hands as soon as possible, and we greatly appreciate all the backers from the last campaign and this one for your patience. Alrighty. We have a Phenomenon cover by Aaron Lopresti with Blue Rose and Minotaur. Mystery cover by Sean Salter. And Phenomenon Gamma by Alan Goldman, another fantastic artist. All right, and there's a stretch goal of $1,000 with the Chris Graves print of The Boss, which is unlocked after $1,000 is raised, and all of those are to be revealed. But yes, that is the campaign of Phenomenon number 3 and River of Blood Second Chance campaign. So definitely be sure to go and check that out on Fund My Comic. All right. And now I'll put that on. And I'll also put this into the chat. One moment. Alrighty. I'll have that ready. Alrighty. I can take that off. Bring this up. And we can get back to the drawing. And Kira's here. Hello, Kira. Welcome back to the show. Yes, you're super early, and I am significantly late. Normally, I usually try to start these around like 8 or 9, but I was feeling significantly lazy today. Go figure. All right. Now, as you can see, if you remember where I left off yesterday, I did manage to get the clouds drawn in after I ended the stream yesterday. So now I just need to really worry about the gun, the hood, and not the hood, the helmet, I guess the helmet or mask, whatever you want to call it, and part of the cloak. So hopefully this won't take too long today. Oh. Oh, you got the notification and you had nothing else to do. Also, you drew a female character on your channel. I think it looks pretty good. Awesome. I will have to check it out. Glad to see you're expanding your horizons already. Now, since I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, was it a specific character that you were drawing, or were you just drawing like a random lady? Just out of curiosity, since I haven't seen it yet. Oh, okay. It was the special someone for Spider-Man. Her name's Flower. Interesting. Do you have a backstory thought up for her? Or is that going to come later on down the line? All right. Got that part taken care of. That's good. Oh, Kira, I have two more YouTube channels that you can probably look up if you want to improve on anatomy. If you look up Mark Crilley, Mark Crilley, he draws like anime figures, and he does some tutorials occasionally. So he may be able to help with um, teaching some anatomy stuff for you. And the other one is I think it's Robert Marzullo. I just have to make sure that's his first name. Marzullo. Yeah, I think that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely it. So, Mark Crilley and Robert Marzullo. Marzullo. Whoop. Marzullo is more of like American comic style, so you can like learn the basics or like the fundamentals of anatomy drawing. And Mark Crilley is definitely more on the manga side. And he has more of like I guess like an all ages style. So I think that would probably work best for you. All right, so for Spider-Man's special someone, she comes from a rich family. She's also secretly a vigilante. You made her today, so you couldn't come up with anything yet. Okay. No rush, no rush. All right. Yeah, that would be the opposite way because this is from the inside. Okay. And then that. Yeah, that'd be on the outside. Yep. Yep. Okay. And then. Yeah, go right ahead. Also, I got more lore if you want to hear it, but only if you want to hear it. I don't want to waste your time. It is not wasting my time. Go right ahead. All right. If anything, it'll give me something to look at on the screen in between drawing lines. So go right ahead. Okay. Got that. And that. That's going to be all black. Right. And there we go. All right. So you got another character. You have a lot of characters, so that's understandable you forgot to tell me that. His name is Fred, and he's blind, but he plays a significant role in the stories because he's Jack Winter's third hand man. Hmm. Yeah, I think that would be a thing. All right. Because you have the second in command, and then you have to have whoever's after the second in command. So that makes sense. Okay. Got that going. Too low. Oh, that's actually perfect. I may have to add some weathering to this rifle just to make it look more like battle torn and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. He is 54 with white hair with streaks of black. He wields a katana and usually dresses in a black cloak. Surprisingly 6'5". Did I ever tell you Logan was 10 feet? No, you did not. I don't think you really got into heights of your characters much. Speaking of Logan, I saw your drawing of Superman, Batman, and Wolverine today. That one was pretty good. Oh well, Franz is 6'4", Theodore is 5'11", and Lars is 5'10". You like making those tall characters. Alright, I got that. Also, that drawing was when I got yelled at by my parents for doing something I didn't even do. I took out the anger on the drawing, took me 3 days to finish it all. Well, at least you channeled that into something creative. That's good. Sometimes that's the best that you can do. I had an instance a couple 2 weeks ago maybe where I had to, or I wanted to, channel some inner emotions into a drawing instead of just being like, oh, all sucky and shit. So I know how that feels. Not necessarily the anger part of it, but channeling emotions into a drawing, that part I do know. And yeah, I usually make tall characters. They all be looking at Shaquille O'Neal after I make them. Other person in chat left, sadly. That's the cruel nature of live streaming. Sometimes people pop in, sometimes people just leave. Sometimes they just sometimes there's what you call lurkers, and they just watch the stream and they don't chat, which is totally okay. I'm totally okay with my lurkers, mainly because I am part lurker myself in other chats. So it is something I'm quite familiar with. No problems there. All right. So now, okay, now I'm gonna have to do the hands. I was putting off doing the hands, but I'm gonna have to do it. Uh, by the way, I do not have anger issues, if anyone is wondering, and I used to lurk in streams. I got into a random stream, say hello, stay there for a sec, and then left. Uh, my problem is that I'm usually doing stuff while I'm streaming. And that is not very conducive to carrying on a conversation. At least whenever I have to like type it. Because I can carry on a conversation this way totally fine. But whenever I have to type it, then that's a whole different story. Is the autocorrect giving you problems again today? Yeah, it's gonna make me crash out again and call Logan to deal with it. You know what? I got his phone number. Yeah. Oh my. Remind me again, which one was Logan? Or are you referring to Wolverine? I was gonna say, if you're referring to Wolverine, then I don't think he's 10 feet tall. He's more like 4 feet. Very short guy. Wolverine is a short king. Regardless of how well Hugh Jackman plays him. Okay, got that. And then right there. Oh, Wolverine is 5'2". Okay. The 10-foot man that was first introduced by a train. Was he one that you told me about in yesterday's stream? I'm the same way with a buddy of mine, where sometimes if I'm told the names of characters and there's a lot of them, then sometimes I forget certain ones. Constant repetition definitely helps. I didn't tell you how I introduced my character Logan. That's tragic. Yeah, I don't think you told me about that one. Or at least you didn't tell me about how you introduce him. Hmm. I got too much character. I'm afraid I gotta put some down. Well, the good thing about being an artist and writer combo is that if you have too many characters in one story, you can take some of them and put them into another story, or even have them be in like a spin-off that's happening in the same universe. So you don't have to put them down entirely. You can still use them somewhere, but maybe just not in the same story. That way you're not like pulling the reader's attention in so many different directions. That's what I've found usually helps. So usually if there's too many characters in one story, then I make sure that I have that character and like what their personality and physical description is written down. And then if space comes up in another story, then I just pull them right over and just put them right into that one. Provided that the story actually fits with their character type, which most of the time it's not a problem. So that's what I would recommend. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you told me about that one. You introduced Logan by him being in a train and stepping out menacingly. He walked to his boss, Raphael, and bowed down, and that's how he was introduced. I might do a spinoff with Theodore too, cause he American. Go for it. That'd be cool. How? Let's see. Okay, so the seam would be right down the middle of the fingers. So right there. Okay. Now I just have to put in the stitching. Okay. I've got that going. Honestly, the glove or hand, whatever you want to attribute to this space, was probably my main concern going into this one. Thankfully, it's not causing me any problems, so that's good. Hmm. A name that's very American. Hmm. Do you have some ideas already written down? Uh, I think out of the ones that you have here, probably it really depends on the last name. I don't think Valentine would be. Um, Valentine doesn't really stand out as like American per se. George and Preston have possibilities. George more so than Preston. Harvey is the last name, or Harvey first name? See, George Washington is why I was saying that George would probably stick out more so than Preston. Harvey first name. Okay. Could do Harvey Washington. Harvey Clemens. Possibly. Mm, no. If he's the president, might be a little bit confusing if that's his last name. Hmm. See, in instances like this, I usually go to like a naming website and I put in like what are the most popular American surnames? And then I usually go through that and I see which ones work best with the character that I'm creating. Now, whenever you're creating characters from scratch, surprisingly, baby naming websites are gonna be quite helpful. That should be more straight across. Okay. Mr. Harvey Clemens has a ring to it. I think I like it. That's good. I usually search up in Google, like, what are good male names? Google be looking at me like, why, my brother? Why? One thing I would say to maybe add to that is if you know the character's specific like nationality that you want them to be, then maybe put in like what are good male English names, what are good male Russian names, what are good male Mexican names. A lot of times it'll help with stuff like that because some names work best for certain nationalities. Like if you're gonna have like a Sergey, or like a Vladimir or something like that, then you're probably not gonna be having that character be from like Mexico or Brazil or Canada. That'd be like a Russian or Ukraine or Yugoslavia. Uh that's what I usually put. That's how I got the names. I did you mean to put Franz? I'm gonna go with that. Franz and Lars. Okay. That autocorrect is not doing you any favors today. All right. That just looked a little bit weird. There we go. Keep that up. Okay. Goodness. Just moving that ever so slowly. Good thing about being this close to being done is that I can take my time with getting the cross hatching perfected closer to the end. See, whenever I think Harvey, I usually think of like Harvey Dent from Batman. No, that doesn't make you sound racist. I kinda want him to look like Funny Valentine from JoJo. Are you meaning like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Because that's on my list of animes that I hear a lot of good things about, but have not watched yet. priority. Watch part 4. I'm in part 4. I exploded a guy named Shigechi because he stole my sandwich. Oh, you're talking about the character that you're named after. Just ignore the hand fetish part. That's not me. Well, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, that should be fine. Now we get this over here. Shit. Actually, this needs a part here that's like glass. Okay. That would be... How would I draw that? Too high up. Okay. Yep, I got a part where I changed identity completely to run away from Rohan, Jotaro, a reliable guy, Koichi, Josuke, and a bunch more people. I go by the name of Kawasaki Kawagiri after, but my real identity is Yoshikage Kira, along with my stand killer queen. Interesting. Um, I'm gonna say that that's okay. Shit. I probably just needed less strength. There we go. Okay, that's not. This needs to go a little bit further back. Not a problem. I have a buddy of mine who he watches a lot more anime than I do. He's probably spoiled some, but I'm probably not going to remember all the specifics of it, so not a problem. All right, got that. By the way, have you watched the first drawing video I made? Just curious. believe I did. Was it the one that was titled July 29th? Yep, that's the one. Alrighty. Yes, I did watch it. Um, I think I needed to bump up the volume a little bit because I was like only hearing the music, but it was like very faint. So I may have to go back in and watch some of those. Oh my, that's the problem with siblings sometimes. You tell them to do something and then they just don't do it. Oh my. I forget, is your brother older than you or younger than you? Because I'm pretty sure you mentioned a brother at some point in the past two streams. Oh, okay. I told him to like my video since I subscribed and liked his. He's a senior now. Oh, okay. So it's sort of like a tit for tat sort of thing. Hey, sometimes the drawing gloves definitely help. Like this one's for mostly for like computer screens, so you don't like make marks on them, or so that it doesn't read your skin as like something to draw with. So you're prepping yourself. That's good. It also keeps the ink from getting on your hand whenever you're drawing with traditional stuff. Mm, he's gonna bully me when I get into freshman year. So tragic. That's also part of what siblings are for. Is it like regular sibling rivalry? What you could do is sort of have like a little friendly competition, see who gets more subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year. Oh, goodness. Okay, hold on. I need to There we go. Ah, see, you can hold that over him. He has way more friends than me. He's popular and he has a girlfriend. I think I already have more subscribers than him. I barely joined YouTube a few weeks ago. See? He may be more popular with his friends, but you are more popular on YouTube already. It's just a matter of where you're popular. That needs to be a little bit more straight. There we go. And this one can go straight up. All right. Got that going. Okay. Barely got my phone, and I'm a bully him now because he doesn't know how to draw. I tried teaching him, but we always fight when I try. You have a toy chicken. His name is Sage. He popped up in my newest video with Flower. I got him 4 years ago. Interesting. See, with stuff like that, you could turn Sage into a character for your YouTube show. If you feel like busting out the acting chops. Don't worry. At this point, I know what you mean whenever it says Tade. Oh, goodness. I got that. I just gotta get the earpieces. I'm not sure if that's like stuff that holds his helmet on or if it's like metal earmuffs or like protective surfaces. Sage will have green hair because he's green like the Grinch. So a toy chicken with green hair. Interesting combination. By the way, I'll try to draw Logan for my next video. I don't make promises. No problem. Just do what you got. Do what you can. Sometimes that's the best that you can do. I would say for the next one, try to film it horizontal. I think that might help bring in some more viewers. Oh, come on. So close. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Although, isn't hand sanitizer supposed to be opened? Otherwise, how are you supposed to get to it? Ugh. Okay, there could be some more lines on here, on these ear coverings. No, they're not. They're like $2 each, and they're super glued shut. The only hand sanitizer containers that I've seen glued shut are ones that have been like coagulating with a bunch of stuff over the years. Uh, well, like I said, lurkers are totally okay. Sometimes people are just watching in their free time. Oh, come on. It's not even midnight. Why am I yawning? Uh, I'm the only one. Again, the way that I prefer to look at it is you're the only one for now. Give it time. All right. So let's. Ah. I also found Tank Ferret's channel. I subbed and I'm looking forward to his streams. Yeah, he's a good guy. He is actually one of the mods for my channel now, so he can post links to like campaigns that I'm promoting and probably also other channels that I'm promoting. So he's a good guy. He pops in occasionally whenever he has time. Whenever he's not doing work stuff or dad duties. All right. Goodness, why am I so tired right now? I should be tired later. I'm sure he's fine. Yeah, he's at Dadland and he's got work. I low key feel bad for him. Hey, Feel bad for anybody above college age, because that's whenever the real jobs have to hit you and you're just like, ah, shit. If only I could be back in school without any more care other than a test that I have to do. I got too much energy. I think it's because I'm young. Most likely. Most likely. Okay. Okay. I want to work on the eyes last. Nope, that's it. That's a definite tangent right there. Do not want that. Good lord. Okay. It's about to be 8 and I'm not sleepy at all. I'm not sleepy at 8. I just get sleepy at random points during the day. And then apparently around like 11. Oh yeah, I got a ridiculous story that I put in my third book. I don't think you mentioned that you had a third book. It's just random fan fiction shit, nothing important, but I do write in there more frequent than my other books. Ooh, what's the fan fiction? I'm curious. My first guess is something either Spider-Man related or Wolverine related. Why is my nose running all of a sudden? Oh my. It's fan fiction from like One Piece, JoJo, Wolverine, the Justice League, random stuff. But I do have a bizarre story in there that I couldn't share to my parents because of their work. It has more than holy shit. More than 400 pages. Holy crap. That is an accomplishment. Holy shit. I don't think any of my stories are 400 pages. And I've published shit. Okay. Got that. Now let's hold on. Okay. Oh, you've got like a whole storyline planned out. My goodness. Started with my favorite character, Smoker. He's from One Piece, and then it started spreading out to different fandoms. I also put real life in the book, like that time all the main characters got sucked into a portal below them. I think it has 453 or 454 pages, if I'm not mistaken. Holy mackerel. That must have taken like a long time. Holy shit. All right, let's. Took 3 years, wrote in it every day. I'm still doing it till this day. Front and back. Gotta admire the dedication. Awesome. Okay, that's good. Now, you were saying that it's a bizarre story. Is it bizarre enough that you wouldn't want to like incorporate it into your YouTube videos? Like trying to like draw inspiration from your stories? Like that one time that Wolverine, Joe, and another character from JoJo got sucked into a portal and ended up in New York. Joe fell onto the floor, and Wolverine fell into a tree. Don't worry about it. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to do these at some point. No. Okay, so now that's going down through here to there. All the way down there. No, there has no. Right there. Okay. All right, that looks good. This part up here needs shaded. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that sounds like a Deadpool thing to do. Doing random shit. Yeah, all of this seems like stuff that you should be drawing in your videos. And you could say that it's part of a fan fiction that you're writing. All right, how am I going to do this? What the fuck just happened there? Okay. All right, and this is... Okay. I yapped too much that my thumbs are tired. More tired than when I drew a whole portrait in one day. Goodness. Who was the portrait of? Let's... Then... Come on. Okay. Oh, I still have some parts of the gun to finish. Shit. Okay. Hey, not everything has to be realism. Every artist has their own style. So, don't be ashamed of not being able to draw realism. I can't draw very good realism. At least I don't think so. That stays up. All right. Stream music. Okay. That's more like it. Oh, hello. I am Lord of Legends. Says hello, man. Or hey, man. Welcome to the chat. I'm doing pretty good. Here, I'll show you the whole piece that I've been working on. Got all of this done. I just need to finish up some parts, get the cross hatching done, and then I'll be able to call this one finished. And awesome. That's so cool. Thank you. Glad that you think so. It's a character created by Patrick Quinlan, and he's called the Boss. And he is part of a comic book campaign for Phenomenon #3 and River of Blood Second Chance campaign. So this guy is part of like a comic book series, and I'm sort of drawing him to try to promote that comic book. And I think he's turned out pretty kick ass. Oh, thank you. Always glad to have another subscriber. And yes, Kira has been in the chat talking about a talking about some of his creative projects as well. So yes, there's been a lot of lore talk between me and Kira here. I really like it. Awesome. Um, I don't usually get into like personal details on stream, so I live in the U.S. Let's go with that. Oh, okay. You're in India. Okay. Yeah. I'll give like the broad area, US. So like right now it's like 11 at night for me. So this stream could go until midnight. It could go until 1 o'clock in the morning. It really depends on how I'm feeling in the moment. It's 8:14 for Kira. Yeah, Kira, because you're 3 hours behind me. Oh, don't worry, I do sleep. I get plenty of sleep. But sometimes you just gotta finish up an art project, even if it takes a bit of time into the night. Plus, my sleep schedule is nothing like some of the professional artists that I follow. They'll have streams that go until like 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's like a normal day for them. Yes, definitely. It can be done when you're in the zone. That is for sure. I'm guessing that's for the streaming until 3 a.m. remark. Oop. Something looks off with that. And Kira's. Don't say they're dumb. Don't say they're dumb. You can't be putting yourself down like that. These three streams are just me yapping about my lore and my books that I want to one day publish. No problem with that, Kira. Don't be saying your stuff's dumb. Do you watch anime? Not as often as I would like to. I'm familiar with some anime, but unfortunately not a lot of them. Give me a second to get this line right, and then I'll put some more thought into my answer for you. Okay, that should be the right size. I've watched stuff like Death Note, Yu-Gi-Oh, some Dragon Ball Z, Fairy Tail, but I don't watch it like on the regular. I wish I could, but I'm also one of those people who's like a completionist. So if I watch something, then I'm gonna want to watch it all the way through. And a lot of them, that would take a long time to get through. But if I had the time, then I would. Anime gives a lot of motivation. I'm a student right now. Yeah, anime does give a lot of motivation. It's like there's reasons why there's like compilations of anime fight songs or anime theme songs on YouTube because they are so good at motivating. Yep, I have definitely heard that. You shouldn't watch One Piece. It's longer than most animes. Yeah, I've heard I've seen the memes about One Piece taking like years upon years upon years upon years to to be finished. So One Piece is way too long. Holy fucking shit. 1,250 episodes more than that. Oh my god. And still ain't finished. I thought they had finished. I thought they finished and then they did like a new season like in the future or something like that. Oh my god. Now is it all the same story or is it um like a remake or something like that or like an alternate universe? That eye looks seriously fucked up. No, no, one story going on in One Piece. Oh, okay. They're the same crew, but they're going into different arcs. Okay. Because the new stuff that I was seeing, it was like more robotic and like futuristic sort of stuff. So that's probably what threw me for a loop. This eye is just being a pain in the ass. Fuck me. Yeah, yeah, it's the Elbaf arc. Huh. Yeah, I figured it was something different. I just didn't know it was like the same continuation of the story. Okay. Yeah, because Luffy has unlocked Gear 5 after Kaido tried to kill him. Hmm. Motherfucker. Yeah, the manga isn't even it hasn't finished and Kira spoiled you. Don't worry, I'm probably not going to get into the manga if there's that much story behind it. I mean, I'm sure it's a great story and all, but like I said, I'm a completionist, and if there's that much story behind it, then I think I would probably not be getting into it. That's my fear. Once I start watching it, I won't be able to leave it. Yes, but the amount of time that would take. Can't really do that with a full-time job and trying to build a YouTube channel, among other things going on in life. Oh, goodness. There's 7 or 8 parts of JoJo, and part three's pacing is kind of like One Piece pacing. Hmm. Another one that I've been told is pretty good is Cowboy Bebop, but I haven't seen anything like I haven't seen clips of it. I've only heard people talking about it. So that one I'll have to add to my list of stuff to watch at some point. Totally okay, Lord of Legends. Said, man, I love your stream, but I have to study my exam. I have to study. My exams are near. I will come back like 1 or 2 hours later. Well, if you want to, you can. I'm not sure how long this stream is gonna go. I'm going to try to. Um, I'm gonna try to get the inking done for this, but I don't know how long that will take. So that wasn't supposed to be on there. Okay. Um, so I may not be here in 2 hours, but certainly feel free to watch on the replay. No problem there. And I'd usually try to stream multiple times a week, so certainly feel free to jump in whenever you can. And yes, good luck with your grades. Yes, I'll always make sure to study, ladies and gentlemen. Even though it may be a pain in the ass sometimes, it is necessary. Okay. Let's have that. That just looks weird. That there. Put that there. Get that off of my other computer screen. And then let's try this. Okay, that doesn't look half bad. Goes just enough. Yeah, he's looking kick ass right now. I never study but get good grades. I'm not gifted at all. Well, that's bullshit. You're gifted with the ability to not study and yet still get good grades. So I gotta lock in and stop thinking about things to draw or ideas for my book. That's the eternal curse of creative people. Also, the inking's looking rad. He'd be giving Wolverine aura. I don't know. I wasn't thinking like Wolverine per se. Maybe more like Deadshot or Deathstroke. One of those two guys. I got good grades and I got a 3.8 last year. That's good. Definitely good. Okay, so let's take that off. There's definitely some parts in this that need some more shading. Good God. Okay. So this part. Would definitely has some stuff here. All right. I think of Call of Duty when I look at him, and yeah, it's kind of giving Deadshot. Yep. Yeah, I'm thinking more of like assassin type characters rather than like Wolverine with the claws. Hmm. Okay, so that line would go all the way up his head. That just looks wonky. Again, what the fuck? That's more like it. All right, and then the helmet is definitely giving me more of a pain in the butt than I was expecting it to. All right, got that. I'm definitely not going to fully shade in the helmet. That's just going to be the highlights. Let's have and then on this side, nope. Oh, thank you. Love your streams, by the way. What a shame that I haven't found you sooner. I would have supported. I would have supported sooner. I was out here reading comics. I'm watching one of my favorite YouTuber, Vivily. I don't think I've heard of Vivily. What does Vivily do? Hmm. By the way, I made up lore for Harvey Clemens. Go for it. Tell me the lore of Harvey Clemens, the American hero. Okay. So Vivily does horror Minecraft content with his friends Palpina or Palpers. Okay. How can I age this helmet a bit? Okay, I think that's fine. But this part, I feel like it could be a little bit different. Shit. Alrighty, so for Harvey Clemens. Okay. Okay, so he's very ingrained in America, especially with his father being the president. Okay, got that. And okay, so green eyes. His father was the 23rd president. Oh, excuse me. Is this... I'm guessing this is like an alternate universe type deal, right? Because I think earlier you were mentioning like the president of the universe. All right. Clemens later got in trouble with the cops for being forced to shoot a man that was trying to rob a store. And yep. Come on. Gotta stretch a little bit. All right. I'm going to put on some music and get down to cross-hatching this little area.
Cold rain on the visor, rust in the eye holes, black dirt drinks the armor, where the dead flag falls. Iron ribs laid open, mud in every seam. I heard your name in thunder, then it split the dream. The field keeps turning, the sky keeps score. I walk through the ruin.
Politics by the age of 23. I need songs without lyrics. President by the age of 32. Damn, that is a young president. And that one would be president of the universe, right? Yeah. That is a lot of responsibility for a 32-year-old. That's 1 year older than me. And I would not want that job. Hell, I wouldn't even want to be president of the United States, let alone the universe. He has been making excellent laws thanks to his power called Queen. Hmm. Is it sort of like the band called Queen? I'm joking, I'm joking. Queen is a similar power to Isaac's, but Queen whispers the rules to someone and does not write in a book. Okay. So Queen is a person. Yeah, based it off the grated and my. Do you mean to say great or what was that supposed to be? Based it off the what and my favorite band, Queen. Queen is also a close range fighter. Yes, Queen is like a manifestation of Clement's willpower. Okay. I gotta tell you, you come up with lore very fast. I wanted to say goated. Okay. Based it off of the goated and my favorite band, Queen. Okay. Yeah, I don't think autocorrect would know that goated is the actual word that you wanted. Unfortunately, because goated is a pretty goated word. All right, got that. And then that looks too perfect. All right. He comes in two forms, spiritual or like a ghost, or he can possess a human around them to fight. He can also possess his user. Is his user most of the time Clemens? I'm just throwing out my best guess here. Queen is quite smart. He can talk and do things no ordinary human can do. I'm pretty sure normal humans can talk. Since you're saying stuff that normal humans can't do. His user is always Clemens. Okay. I think I need the part nearest here to be the most crosshatched. To make it a little bit darker. No ordinary human can cut their skin off with off. No ordinary human can cut their skin off during the fight with a bone in their body. Rip their skin off to fight with a bone in their body. That is a very unique power. Okay. To fight, not the fight. Okay, that's sort of what I was thinking it was. All right. This part would be all black. This part would most likely. Whoa! What the fuck happened there? Let's see if it works. Okay. All right, and okay, so there needs to be. I'm trying to determine where I need to have some more shading. Definitely in the cape. Or cloak or whatever this ends up being. That's why Queen can never possess his user, or then he will need to take out an AK-47 to get rid of our main protagonist, Theodore, and his lovely girlfriend, Leah. So is Harvey Clemens a villain? And Queen is his ally? Leah was a new character I came up with. in these seconds, and all this lore is just on the top of my head, so it's not so good. Sometimes the stuff that you come up with just off the top of your head is some of the best ones. I wouldn't knock it. Okay. Okay, I was confused then. So Harvey is a villain and Queen is his power, not an individual that is human. Okay. Yeah, because the way you were describing the power made it seem like it was a human or some sort of like being that could possess a human to actually use the power. I usually zone out and think of random shit, and then I then I think about that could be some good lore. Write that down. Write that down. I was that same way whenever I was working my retail job. I would have like stacks of um what is it? Of like sticky notes or just like scraps of paper that would just have whatever ideas I was coming up with as I was sitting there waiting for customers to come in. Quite interesting. Actually, you know what? This should just be black inside of here. Certain parts of it, at least. And down here, too. Okay. Put that there. And then I want to probably like all of this. Whoop. I'll put on some music. Why not? Just not music with lyrics. Let's do this one. Of course. Stupid ads. There we go. It's the same damn music. Come on. Fucking hell. Alright. Oh. Yeah, his power can possess humans. Then again, this is from the top of my head, so I still need to tweak it. Yeah, sometimes that stuff can just pop up in the most unusual of places. And then let's... all of this would be black. And then... So the powers are called Precious Presence. Look, he just realized these powers are like shower thoughts. Hey, sometimes you get your best ideas when you're in the shower. No problem there. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Putting that there. And then this one here. I'm just sitting in a dark room alone. Wait, that reminds me I have to turn on the lights. Don't want to be going blind. Yeah, that would probably help. Don't want to be staring at... This is going to sound extremely weird. You don't want to be staring at the screen for too long. I say as I have 3 screens. JOM says, hello. Hello. Hello, JOM. I don't know what to call you, so I'm just going to say JOM. Welcome to the chat. That still doesn't look right. Dropping in to give a like. I always appreciate the likes. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy what you're seeing. Alright, let's... Gonna have to wait and see how this looks. Okay. So JOM, if you didn't stop by earlier, this is actually a character created by Patrick Quinlan for his campaign Phenomenon number 3, River of Blood. It's a comic book campaign that's funding on Fund My Comic. So if you want to go and check that out, the link to it is starred at the top of the chat, I believe. I'm not sure if starred is the same thing as pinned like it used to be in StreamYard, but it is in the chat if you would like to go and check it out. All right, let's see how this goes. And yes, Kira has been telling me a lot of lore related stuff about some of his stories. So definitely be sure to check out Kira's channel too. That is a lot of black. That might be too much black. I don't see a link. So there's nothing popping up at the top of the chat. Give me a moment. I need to see what it looks like from you guys' side. Excuse me. Huh. Yeah, that doesn't pop up. What's the point of starring a chat then? That's stupid. No, I don't want that. Here's what I'll do. I will repost it into my chat. I kind of put it. Kira, it is not your fault. Here is the link. Yeah. Whenever I used to stream, there used to be a way to pin a certain comment to the top of the chat and not have it move. Apparently, that's not the case anymore. But yes, here's the campaign link if you would like to go and check that out. Excuse me. Okay. I'm okay with how that's turned out so far. I think what I'll do is the part that's not rips, I'm going to do cross hatches for those. So that it's not so it doesn't look like it's see-through, but also not as dark as the complete blackness of the cloak or cape or whatever exactly it's called. That's a rip. That is not one. Actually, JOM, since I haven't shown the campaign while you're here, I will do just that. So, share screen. And here we go. This is the phenomenon number 3 and River of Blood Second Chance campaign. This is on a site called Fund My Comic. It's a crowdfunded campaign. So, what I will do is to show you what all the hubbub is about. I'll show you the trailer for the comic book, and we can go from there. Yeah, that is the trailer for the campaign. And if you want to go a little bit more in depth, then there's some interior pages, some of them colored, some of them in black and white, get you introduced to some of the characters. And then you also have the secondary campaign, which is the second chance campaign for River of Blood. And if you're familiar with comic artists, this is a cover by Ethan Van Sciver. So if you know who EVS is, then you're definitely going to want to get this cover because it looks awesome and kick-ass. And yeah, it's a campaign with 2 comic books that you can pick up, both of which look really cool. And also, if you like live streams that are definitely better than mine, then you can also go and check out CG Commandos, and that's on Patrick Quinlan's channel. That is this guy up here. And you have links to his YouTube and to his X account. So if you like streams about comic books, then definitely go and check him out as well. I'm going to pull up my iPad screen again and get back to the shading. What the hell? Okay, so just good old time there. All right, so this would be right there. I'm getting a little lag, not gonna lie. Is it is it with me speaking, or is it with the or is it with the screen? because it was lagging for me a little bit whenever I was trying to share the iPad screen. Oh, goodness. It was with the screen and with you speaking. It kind of went blurry, and then it was okay when you got completely back to the iPad screen. Okay. Yeah, because I was trying to share it, and then I popped back up, and I was like, "Oh, this is not showing my iPad screen." And it took a good like 5 seconds before it actually popped up. So it wasn't just you, Kira. It was on my end too. Thankfully. If it's on both of our ends, then I can fix it. If it's just on yours, then I'm gonna need you to tell me. Thankfully, that one was on both of our ends, so no problem there. Alrighty. See you around, JOM. Have a good rest of your night. All right. All right. I'm going to turn the music back on. And just wait. Once I turn the music back on, then someone else is going to pop in, and then I'm going to have to show the trailer once again. Since that's happened like 2 times already. Yeah, they're definitely chill guys. And yeah, most of these drawing streams are I'm drawing like other characters that like actually have like other people have created. It's primarily promotional streams so that I can get some more eyes on those campaigns. And it, as a secondary function, serves as drawing practice for me. But the most important part is promoting. So hopefully I'm doing that well. Yes. Stay away from your screen for a bit, kids. Proceeds to look at his 3 monitors. Yep. Guilty as charged. Although I'm doing it in a fully lit room, so that's probably a little easier on your eyes than doing it in the dark, because your eyes would be just like focused on the screen in the dark. So I'll give myself that. It's probably not actually medically sound advice, but I'm gonna give myself that because I think I heard that somewhere. Alright, so this area is going to be a little bit darker. There's some closer cross hatching. I turned on my lights a long time ago. I'm low-key lonely and had nothing to do but annoy my brother and try to yap about lore to him. Does he usually listen to your lore speeches? Okay. Alright, that's looking kick-ass. I proceed to tell him random shit like, I got an apple, I got a pen, apple pen, I got a pineapple, I got a pen, pineapple pen. Oh my. No, he doesn't. He tells me to get out of his room and eat shit. Goodness gracious. That's crazy. Okay, so I need to add some more detail to this gun, I feel like. Yeah, there definitely needs to be some more detail to this. Okay. Well, he sounds kind of mean. I don't hate him, just greatly dislike him. Oh, that sucks. At least you've got some creative friends who you can go to. Alright. That going. And then, okay. So this part right here. Oh. You don't talk to your friends during summer, only at school. I don't have their phone numbers either. Ugh. That really sucks. I feel like there should be more on that. Okay. Alright, I can get behind that. Yeah, at least I have my friend, me, myself, and I, and my magical book of depression. Oh my. Oh, you're making me sad. And lore. Hey, sometimes characters can be your friends in like the loneliest of times. Not saying that's the healthiest thing, but sometimes it works in a pinch. Alright, let's do... There we go. Just have to add some more details in here, because it seems like the gun itself looks very plain the way it is. Okay. Got that. I mean, if you want to talk about lore, I am totally open to that. I don't have any problem with you talking about lore. There's... I'm friends with my character Isaac and Wolverine. Oh, those are good friends to have. Okay, got that. And then... let's have it be like someone like gouged the fuck out of this thing. That sounds like a book that could be written now. Theodore is a writer that made money off of his book, Love is Just a Delusion. Definitely sounds like a today thing. Um, and there. Okay, that works. Okay. And how many different books do you have, Kira? Delusion, not illusion. Either one of those could work, honestly. So, here's my next question. Are you working on a book that is going to be a book inside of your book? Like bookception? I have like 6. Oh, okay. That's cool. Hmm. All right. All right, time to zoom out. I can tell you one thing. These need something. Okay, and there. Okay. They are all separated. They are all separated, but by the same author, who is called Killer or Kira. I've been grinding in the fanfiction one, but the others I've left for another year, month, day, or week. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right, got those. Okay. I wonder. I'm gonna leave the background like that. But I feel like his eyes should have some darkness at the top. That actually does look much better. All right. Oh, my lord. Okay. Okay, man, I gotta go in a few. Are you going to make another stream tomorrow at 6:20 as well? I'm honestly not sure. I still have to figure out what exactly I'm going to draw next. So a stream tomorrow is possible, but not guaranteed. I was mainly trying to get this piece done before moving on to another one. I just don't know what the next one's going to be. So it may be, it may not be. I would say maybe if a notification pops up that I'm live, then go right ahead. But if it doesn't, then that just means that I won't be here. All right. Okay, well, I can stay for 10 minutes. Okay. Okay. I think I may be pretty close to being finished with this. All right. Yeah, whenever it comes to picking the next thing to draw, I'm trying to decide if I want it to be something that is related to like my projects or if I want to immediately jump into the next promotional thing. I'm leaning towards something having to do with my projects or something that I can use as like a practice round of stuff that could be semi related to my work. So we shall see. Okay. Gotta get this part. Oh. go. And to this side. All right. Sometimes you just have to add like little feather light lines in here. Just to add some texture. Okay. Believe it or not, that actually helped. Okay. So, I would say that that is as close as it's going to get to being done in a moment. This should be all black. That should be all black. Okay. Yep, that is about as close as it's going to get to being done. So, is it? Yeah, I would say so. All right. So, that is what I would say is the finished piece. Oh my. Your phone is at 10%. Never mind. I can stay. Well, nice stream. I'll see the. Bye. Have a good night's sleep. I'll try to post more on my channel. Peace out. Alrighty. Have a good rest of your night. I'm actually going to be calling it a night here as well. So I don't think I can add any more cross hatching at the moment. So I think this is good, actually. So yeah, I'm quite satisfied with how it's turned out. All right. So before I do that, I will jump back over to the Phenomenon 3 campaign. And for anybody who is watching on the replay or just joining us for the end of the stream, here is the trailer for the campaign that I am promoting today. This is Phenomenon 3 and also the River of Blood Second Chance campaign for Patrick Quinlan's work. All right, so that is the trailer for Phenomenon 3 and River of Blood Second Chance campaign. And the screen froze. Motherfucker. All right, now we're back to normal. Alrighty. So, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I still have to figure out what exactly I want to draw next, and if it's gonna be a promotion or if it's just gonna be me fucking around. But thank you guys all for watching. If you would, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Just a little bit of shameless self-promotion here. The more that this channel grows, the more eyes I'll hopefully be able to bring to the campaigns that I am promoting. So, rising tide lifts all ships. So, make sure to subscribe and share this out to your friends, family, whoever you want to share it out with. So, yeah, if you would, that would be greatly appreciated. And be sure to follow me for some more draw streams, pop culture, comedic sketches, videos, and pretty much whatever the fuck else I want to do. So I will see all of you guys in the next stream or video, whichever one comes first. Peace out.